Well, a bright start to the day on the local markets back here. Early gains evaporating on uninspiring news from offshore, though. I spoke to Charlie Aitken from Bell Potter Securities earlier. Charlie Aitken, rather subdued price movements across the board. What do you put all this malaise down to?
It was quite an interesting day, Ticky. The market started quite well. We're up about 20 points. Then from about 11 o'clock, the SPI futures, the Aussie dollar, BHP and the resource stocks all started coming back. And I think, we just went into sort of waiting for the RBA mode. The market's very, very focused on the Reserve Bank decision on interest rates next Tuesday. And also remember, the end of the quarter is coming up this Friday. So fund managers just broadly sitting on their hands today.
Well, let's go to the stocks. Just how is the market judging Qantas's move to establish a Jetstar Hong Kong joint venture?
The market likes any move from Qantas where they're actually moving away from long-haul international. Remember, their international business is losing a couple $100 million a year. Yeah. So the move into shorter haul out of Hong Kong in the joint venture with China Eastern, the market liked. It actually makes quite a lot of sense. You also get away from the unionism of the Australian aviation sector, and the market put the stock up 2%. I think if Qantas did more deals like this, the stock would even go higher.
And I see better news for Leighton Holdings today. It's actually attracted investor support. What's underpinning that?
Yeah, one of those rare days for Leighton, Ticky, where it actually went up about 3% today. It seemed to be in reaction to a headline where they'd won a contract to build the NBN in Tasmania. I'm sure the good people of Tasmania are ecstatic about getting high-speed internet, and Leighton's going to build it for them over the next 4 years, about a $300 million contract, and that was enough to get the shares up today.
Oh, you're too much of a cynic, Charlie.
Oh, no.
Now, Oz Minerals is one of the bidders for a state-owned copper and gold mine in Romania. What have investors made of that?
Well, how am I going to not answer that one cynically? Investors weren't too impressed with Oz Minerals being interested in an asset in Romania. It's a little bit hard to work out how an Australian copper miner with $1 billion in cash bidding for a copper asset in Romania being sold by the Romanian government for about $80 million is strategically correct, but let's see. I think investors would cheer if actually Oz Minerals missed out on this asset tonight, so let's see what happens.
We heard earlier of the troubles at the Bank of Queensland. What's happened to the price of the other state player, key financial player, Suncorp, up there?
Well, clearly the news from Bank of Queensland was not good today. I think everyone understands that South East Queensland is not travelling very well at the moment. But Suncorp, look, they were off about 1% today in sympathy with the downgrade from Bank of Queensland. But it needs to be remembered that Suncorp is more of a general insurance company now. But fair enough, the market marked the shares down just on suspicion, and that's how the share market works.
Charlie Aitken, thank you very much for joining us again.
Thank you, Ticky.